Wow, this thing looks awesome in the sunshine. I'm here at Mobile Bay Harley Davidson, and this is our bike of the week. It's the Tobacco Fade Low Rider ST. That's the FXLR ST for those keeping track at home. If you've been watching my videos about riding these bikes the last few years, you know that the Low Rider ST is one of my favorite bikes. The fixed fairing throwback from the 80s FXR kind of bike. But this one is special. It has this beautiful paint job. This is called Tobacco Fade. It's inspired by Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash and Gibson guitars. And it's just the beginning of this bike because looks aren't everything. So let's go for a ride. We're heading out on a Low Rider ST Tobacco Fade. Tighten up my camera here. Low Rider ST is definitely one of my favorite Harley Davidsons. Blast to ride, and this one looks fantastic too. We'll talk about that as we ride it down the highway. Big V-twin engine, plenty of torque, gets up and goes. Nice roady exhaust, even though it's stock exhaust. Back in the 80s, these fairings, which are like sought after now, especially the original ones, people would just take them off the bikes and throw them away. And if you can find one, or an original one, and say throw it on like a street bob or something like that, then you have a hell of a bike. It's pretty cool. Digging this bike, man. I just need to get out from behind this van so I can give it some gas. So I'm going to give you a peek in there. You can see through the GoPro, this is a fixed fairing, which means it's not, when you turn the wheel, the fairing stays in one place, kind of like a road glide. Smaller, lighter fairing than a road glide. There's no stereo. They do make aftermarket stereos that stuff right in here. And you can see it's got the little indicator like all the Softails rather than the big screen like the touring bikes. Big difference, even though it has a fairing, it doesn't have any of that stuff, which is one of the reasons it stays light and nimble, obviously. $117 cubic inch engine. Look at that primary gleaming in the sun. It looks beautiful. This is what really pops about this bike, is this fixed fairing. It has like an 80s throwback look with some modern touches. Those flares on the fairing and this gas tank really set off this Tobacco Fade paint job. Don't worry, we ain't smoking. The only thing you're smoking on this thing is the tires. The Low Rider ST is part of the Enthusiast collection. Do a couple special bikes every year, and the Tobacco Fade Low Rider is one of those special editions. This is one of the elements of the special paint job. The paint is so good you can see me in the reflection more than you can, but that is a guitar pick with the Harley Davidson logo on it. And what I really love too is these copper mag wheels really look great with this black and Tobacco Fade. Big air intake, sucking enough air for that 117 to breathe and get everything it needs to pull out that power for you. This one is all blacked out with a little bit of chrome on the push rods, and that's really about it. Low Rider ST comes with these hard bags. They're easily detachable. You can pop them right off so you can just show that beautiful Softail, but I really like these one-touch bags. Harley started a few years ago. Put them on the Low Rider ST in one touch and they're locked back up. I always give this a shake anyway just to make sure that they're locked up before I take off. Hey, and if you think I have some kind of special access that they just let me come and ride these bikes here at Mobile Harley Davidson because I'm a biker dad, I'm not that cool. You can come ride this thing too. All you gotta do is come down and ask. And if you come down because you saw it as the bike of the week, just ask to see the Biker Dad bike of the week. This is a Low Rider ST Tobacco Fade. Come down and see it. It's a freaking gorgeous bike and a fun bike to ride too.